We told you earlier that Brazil won the opening World Cup match over Croatia 3-1. But what's next? What else should we be looking for over the next month of the tournament? We're joined from Rio by Joel Richards. And Joel, we saw the scene in Sao Paulo. I can only imagine what it's like there in Rio.
Hi, evening, Elaine. Well, as you can probably hear and see just behind me, thousands of people letting off some steam after really what's been a very tense build-up to this start of the World Cup. As you mentioned, the scenes there in Sao Paulo, and there are also scenes here in Rio, which maybe we'll come on to in just a few moments. But nonetheless, the World Cup is finally up and running. It wasn't easy for Brazil. They had to come back from a goal down, but the superstar Neymar, the 22-year-old striker, scored twice. There was some controversy there as well with a penalty that was awarded. But nonetheless, Brazil have their first win, their first 3 points, and the World Cup is up and running. One game down, 63 to come.
After the wait, the hype, the excitement and the worries, finally the World Cup is underway. With strong police presence and news of protests in Sao Paulo filtering through, on Copacabana Beach in Rio, thousands came to see the home team debut.
And then we have 2 on this direction, 1 on this, to have...
While World Cup preparations have been surrounded by controversy off the pitch, FIFA believes new technology will prevent more controversy over ghost goals on the pitch. Cameras and sensors, used for the first time, similar to Hawkeye in tennis, will determine if the ball crosses the goal line or not.
Some operates with 7 cameras per each goal side. 7 cameras are looking to the goal mouth, and then it's possible if the ball crosses the line, the signal will be sent out to the referee watch system, and then the referee can decide yes or no, the goal was scored, yes or no.
FIFA and the technology developers have confidence in the system.
Absolute 100% fail-safe, I promise.
So that may mean no more debate over the infamous ghost goals that have caused so much controversy in the past. But here in Brazil, and of course around the world, people will be taking time off work or staying up late to watch their country in action.
The 32 teams are organised into groups. Group A is the one kicking off on Thursday with Brazil and Croatia. Brazil is not only the favourite of the group, it's the favourite to win the entire World Cup. Group B has Spain as the favourite and reigning champion, but no European team has ever won the World Cup in the Americas. Group C has Colombia leading its pack. It has waited 16 years for a return to the World Cup stage. Group D was quickly labelled the group of death, with Uruguay hoping Luis Suarez returns from injury to face England and Italy. Group E is amongst the least feared groupings in the World Cup, but some predict France could be a so-called sleeper team to watch for a surprise. As for the last 3 groups, from Group F, Argentina expects an easy passage through the group phase and hopes to face off against Brazil in what could be an epic final. Germany and Portugal start out as favourites from Group C. And rounding out the groups, Belgium in Group H, looking to produce performances that confirm high pre-tournament expectations. Questions remain on the state of readiness of Brazil's 12 stadiums and the extent to which protests might dampen the mood. But after the long wait, for thousands of fans, the focus is now on the pitch.
So there we mentioned that the goal line technology should eradicate some of the talking points, but after this first game with Brazil, there is the talking point, of course, of that penalty that we mentioned. But nonetheless, as you said, great atmosphere here in the fan park. Just meters away from us, though, during the game, there were demonstrations with FIFA Go Home banners. So nonetheless, we still have that certain tension going on between on the pitch and what's going on outside the streets. Of course, tomorrow, 3 games coming up, and one in particular to look ahead to is Spain against Holland, the finalists from the 2010 South Africa World Cup. Elaine, back to you now in the studio.
All right, absolutely no worries there at all from Copacabana Beach. Thanks, Joel.